I feel insane that no one's talking about this. It's like, well, we can't have everything in Prismatic because then no one would want to play the original stuff anymore. You don't know that. Like, the room for artistic expression. Imagine this. Imagine you could still play you could still play a Striker Titan. You could still, like, you don't even have to have Thunder Crash. You don't have to have fun. You can just like play box standard Golden Gun. You can do the works, except you have the Transcendence bar. Imagine that. Like, imagine, like, the choice. If everything lived under Prismatic, if you got there, if you evolved, if you became the best Guardian ever, and even if there were, like, you buy a skip, whatever, and now you're in the Renegades saga, whatever, like, you open that game, and you have everything at your fingertips. Add that to the new stat system where, like, you really have to make sacrifices in build crafting, where it's like, oh, maybe my super doesn't happen all the time. Maybe my grenade doesn't show up all the time. Maybe my melee's crazy. Or it's like, hey, I'm made of tissue paper, but I'm gonna be raining power ammo from the sky. Like, you could, the level of expression and particulars of really, like, getting in there, grabbing your character stats by the bones and doing things, that's awesome. Let's work with that. Let's do something. Let's go somewhere. Why is it that people are like, oh, but I wanna play, I wanna play Voidwalker. I wanna play Night Stalker. Do that in Prismatic. How much more expression? Just thinking of, like, making my Guardian feel like themselves, how cool would it be to say, I'm gonna run only fire and ice. I'm gonna be like all three of the light classes at once. I'm just running the light. And we know that, like, darkness is about control and light is about exploding stuff. You could just be a walking fireworks show in every light color. That would rule. Like, that would be so cool. You'd be playing the game fundamentally differently than me. I could try, I'm the one guy out here using I can't even remember the name of the aspect, but I'm one of 15 people that actually uses the Void Shield with the Titan where you throw it back, specifically because it means I can have more colors on my character, and I like defense. I like playing the tank, a role that we don't get in Destiny. I love the, like, changes because it introduces more fantasies, but we have been given more and more and more tools to make our Guardians, like, more expressive, except for the one that already exists. Except for the best one. The one where you can be like, buddy, I'm about strings and lightning. Or I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna be like a Lord Evil McEvilface, and I'm gonna run only the darkness, and I'm gonna drip myself out in, like, in the Grasp of Avarice dungeon stuff, and I'm just gonna make myself look like I'm a zombie walking around here, like, throwing, like, CC everywhere. The enemies will literally be slideshows because I'm not gonna let them do anything. Like, yeah, okay, it's strong, whatever, but we're introducing difficulty options. We're introducing banes, modifiers, things, ways to give ourselves more challenge, but just in terms of, like, literally artistic freedom to make your Guardian the way you want. I fully believe that, like, oh, sure, the meta will develop, and it could be that if every single ability in the game were under the same roof, you would wind up with, like, well, here's the one build you want to do, but you would end up with more than 1.5 good builds. People would play imagine, like, oh, I'm gonna play just the solar stuff, but change only the melee. Like, you could target the thing you don't want, rather than trying to have, oh my god. We've worked so hard to, like, make, Bungie got so much flack for making it like, oh, Titans only punch things. That's all they do. And, like, yeah, that sucked. I was one of those people that was upset that we got another melee-focused super. I was really happy with Twilight Arsenal because I feel like it was a good change away from that. Of, like, oh, big, heavy weapon. Maybe we have a giant minigun, like a rocket launcher. Something that feels like, our Guardian is more than just a punch mobile. But hey, we can turn that weakness into a strength, because now all of a sudden, if Prismatic is everything in the game, then the Titans are the punch people, but that makes more sense because you don't have to sort between all of the different classes. You don't have to introduce a new player and say, oh, I don't know, what color do you want to be? You're like, hey, Titans are the punch guys. Here's 55 different flavors of punch. Like, man, do you want to be punching in mango? Do you want to be throwing grape around? Like, are you a blueberry guy? Like, you can do whatever you want. Oh my god, Warlocks. We've been wanting to like Minion Mancer build forever, and we're like slowly throwing things in there, but just throwing a whole fruit salad on the table and letting the enemies just explode, like, it's so, why isn't this the conversation? Why is it like, oh, thank God, I don't have to play Prismatic anymore? Why? It's the best thing that ever happened to the game. You want Destiny 3? That would feel like Destiny 3, and we wouldn't have to change that much. It's such a big change. You add that to the portal, to the modifiers, to the, we're designing our own strikes. We're scoring like not perfectly packed. There's room to grow, but like if you added that to your character sheet being so fundamentally different and yet so much similar, like this isn't a crazy out-of-the-box idea. This doesn't require you to tear the whole game up and build it from scratch. Everything that exists still could. You would have to balance it, and it would be hard. The development hours would be difficult. Don't get me wrong, I'm not in the room. I don't know how Destiny gets built. I don't know how the sausage gets made. I do know that keeping this balance would be tough, and you would miss things. The more things that get in, you would break it. There are gonna be times where it's difficult, but this is Bungie, and what's the one thing that they have maintained over 10 years is that they've worked on it, that they're here, they're building the plane as it's in the air, they're still making changes, they're still swinging for the fences, and I know how scary it is wondering if it's still gonna be like that tomorrow, right? That's the real thing we're all scared of, right? Is that Bungie's gonna change the way they make Destiny, not that Destiny the game is going to change in a way we don't like. We are worried that they are going to give up for internal reasons that feel like the ground is shifting under our feet. We don't know what things look like with Sony. We don't know what these things look like, and it is scary, but what are we gonna do except believe? If we like lock in, if we keep playing this game, because you want to know what this game is, it's fun. It is. It's a good time. Raid night feels great. And you know what feels great during raid night? Rolling straight up to Atheon, holding out an entire Pantone book and say, please make a choice. I want you to tell me what color your skid mark is gonna be when I throw you across the Vault of Glass.